There's a pattern a lot of people are stuck in right now, and it looks like a consistency problem on the surface. But underneath, it's something very different. You start strong, you're clear, you're focused, you're ready, and then somewhere along the way you stop. Not completely, just enough to feel like you've lost it. So what do? You reset. You tell yourself, I'll start again Monday. I'll get back on track tomorrow. I'll do it right next time. But here's the truth. You don't have a consistency problem. You have a reset pattern. And today we're going to break that. The core problem is I start strong, but I can't stay consistent. The real pattern, the deeper insight is this. Let's slow this down, because what's actually happening isn't a lack of discipline. It's this. You've created a system in your mind where it only counts if it's done perfectly. So the moment something slips, you miss a day, you don't do it fully, you feel off, your brain says, well, that didn't count. And instead of continuing from where you are, you go back to zero. That's the pattern. Not inconsistency, resetting. And every time you reset, you lose momentum that you could have kept. Why this happens? Grounded truth. This pattern feels logical because it feels like starting fresh gives you control. But what it actually is doing is training your mind to only operate under perfect conditions. And life doesn't work like that. Real progress isn't built on perfect streaks. It's built on messy continuation. The shift. Here's the reframe. So here's the shift. What if nothing ever reset? What if missing a day didn't erase anything? Feeling off didn't disqualify you. Doing it halfway still counted, because it does. The only thing that breaks momentum is stopping completely. Here is the one step, the concrete practice. Here's your step today. Ask yourself, what would it look like to continue instead of restart? Not perfectly, not 100%, just continue. That might look like doing 5 minutes instead of 30, showing up at 50% instead of waiting for 100%, picking it back up right where you are. No reset, no restart, just continuation. Here's a real-life example to ground it further. Let's say you've been working out. You missed Wednesday. Old pattern, I'll restart next week. New pattern, I'll go Thursday even if it's a lighter workout. That's one decision. That one decision changes everything because now you've stayed in motion. Consistency isn't about never breaking. It's about never fully stopping. That's a completely different game. And once you see it, you stop living in cycles of starting over, and you start building something that actually lasts. If this pattern has been running your weeks, this is the episode to sit with again. Let it land, and more importantly, practice continuing today. If this resonated with you and you want to continue to examine this from a different perspective, head over to the Stage Podcast. The link is in the show notes, and we'll continue our discussion there.